This saga begins about a year ago. I just moved into a new apartment. I was clackety-clacking on my laptop while sitting in my new IKEA chair when suddenly... Was it? Yes, it was. My neighbor's vase had leaked unapologetically through my wall. Oh, okay. Well, no big deal. Friday night. Then it happened again. And again. And again. Okay, it wasn't Friday anymore, and it wasn't just the bass anymore either. I could often make out the lyrics in stunning clarity. It happened at all hours. I ate neighborly music for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Neighborly music accompanied me to sleep at night. And neighborly music woke me at an ungodly hour in the morning. Now, it's also about this time that I'd begun to discover the apartment to my left was regularly occupied by 5 to 6 people. While passing the open door, gods have mercy, it smelled like a dead man's armpit leaking out of there. I noticed that 90% of the tiny studio apartment was occupied by mattresses. And those mattresses were in turn occupied by multiple bodies that I regularly saw entering and exiting the apartment. There was the Mountain, an enormous mass of a man. Google, a bizarre woman with an equally bizarre hairstyle who swayed all over the hallways when she left. Nondescript, a woman of no remarkable features, and at least 2 others that I never got a good look at, though I did hear one, which I later dubbed Kink, discussing some sort of spanking-involved infidelity with the Mountain at 3 a.m. through the wall. In short, I live next to the 24/7 party harem of a mountainous man-beast. Naturally, I was not particularly interested in attempting to discuss turning it down with these people, in part because it involved exposing myself to whatever smell was still leaking into the hallway under the door of their apartment. So I plotted to open a cantina with live music. It wasn't long before the music came blasting through my walls again, but my cantina was ready to open for business. I'd recently reacquired my desktop and speakers, so I popped open a 10-hour loop of the Cantina band, pushed the speakers against our shared wall, cranked up the volume, and then, my friends, I left the apartment. When I returned 2 hours later, the Cantina was still open, the band was still playing, but the competition had closed. This wasn't the last I'd heard from the Mountain and his harem, but they didn't last long. Every time they blasted their music, I opened the Cantina for business, and pretty soon it got to where their music would start up, the opening bars of the Cantina band's favorite song would play, and then total silence would follow. Suffice to say, the Cantina has been closed for a while now, but so is the competition. It was revenge. It was petty, and it was delicious.